Hello everyone, in this video I'll be explaining you the solution of question E of Codeforces Round 640 Division 4 Special Elements. So in this question you have been given a array and you have to count how many special elements are present in this array. If an element can be represented as the sum of two or more consecutive elements of an array, then that element is considered to be special element. In other words, if we find all the subarrays of size greater than 1 and add all the elements of the subarray, and if it is equals to any of the element which is present in this array, then that element is considered to be special element. So let's check it by this example. I have taken one small array 1 1 2, and this in this array we have been given that AI is always between 1 and n, that is it will not exceed the size of the array. We have been given that the maximum size of n, that is the number of element, can be up to 8000. When the size of n is this much small, we will simply brute force our solution to the given question. So let's check all the subarray of size greater than 1. In this array, we have subarrays 1 1, 1 2, and I have missed one subarray, that is 1 1 2. If we will sum all the element of subarrays, we will find that the sum of first two element is 2, the sum of first two element of this subarray is 3, and the sum of all the three elements is equals to 4, which is greater than equals to n, so we will not consider it. So we have seen that there is one subarray whose sum is equal to the element present in this array. So that will be our answer. We have only found one element. So our answer for this question should always be 1. If we take another example, a bigger example, to see what's happening here, we will consider this array as our example. And if you want to calculate all the subarrays of size greater than 2, then start with the first element. We will fix this first element and take this element, then it will form an subarray of size 2, then add this element to our previous subarray, it will form of size 3, then add this element to our previous array, and likewise we will iterate over all and we will produce all the subarrays. And if we directly calculate the sum, then if we will fix this element and add 3 to it, it will be of 5, which is less than equals to size, it's okay. If we add 1, it is of 6. If we add 4, it is of 10, that is greater than equals to our size, then we will not consider this sum, and other sum will always be greater than size. If this element is greater than size, then we will simply not calculate these subarray sum because they are useless, because all the element present in AI is less than equals to n, so the subarray whose sum is greater than n should not be considered. After considering the first element, let's fix our second element and find all the subarrays as we have calculated in this step. Then we will fix our third element and find all the subarrays related to this element. Then fix our fourth element, and likewise we will calculate all the sum possibles by our subarray and store it, which sum is possible and which sum is not possible. After calculating all this, we will simply iterate over all the AI in a for loop and check if 2 is present in our sum array or not. That is, it is possible to make 2 with any subarray of size greater than 1 or not. If it is possible, then we will increase our answer that we have found one element. We will check for 3, we will check for 1, and similarly we will check for every element present in our array and output that number of element which are special. So let's quickly review our coding part here. I have created variable n size to take the size of array, created a vector v to store all the elements, and I have created one variable count that will give me whether this sum is possible or not. I have created this variable vector count with size n plus 1, that is, its index will tell me is it possible to make that sum or not. In other words, if count of 1 is not equals to 0, that means it is possible to make 1 with any subarray. If count of 5 is not equals to 0, then it is possible to make 5 with some array of size greater than 1, and likewise. Then I have run two for loop, nested loop, in which first for loop is to iterate over all the element one by one, that is fixing the first element, sum as v of I, that is fixing the first element. Then we will add all the element after it one by one, and we will check if our sum is less than equals to n, then we will say that count of sum equals to 1, that is it is possible to make this sum with subarrays. Else, if our sum is greater than n at any point, we will simply break it out. This for these two nested loop will calculate all our subarray sum in a single go, and after that I have created one answer variable that will count how many special elements are present in our array. In this for loop, I will simply iterate over all the element and check if count of b of I is equals to 1 or not. If it is 1, then it means it is possible to find this element by the addition of some element of a subarray. Then it will simply increment our answer, and we will print out our answer likewise. I hope you have all understood this question. If you have any doubt regarding the solution, please comment it down. I will definitely solve your problem as soon as possible. Thank you.